Good morning, class. After reading the Rutherford's model and Bohr's model, we come in the conclusion that how the electron are distributed in the atom. Okay, so in the today's class, we are just going to study about that how the electrons are distributed in the different orbits or different shells. Okay, so for that we should know the very important rule, or you can say a very important formula, that is a 2n square, which I already told you. Okay, 2n square, where n is the number of orbit. Here the n is showing the number of orbit. Okay, if the value of n we are putting 1, it means we are talking about the first orbit or the first shell. Then how many number of electron will come in the first shell? Then what we will do, we will just do like that, 2 into 1 square. Okay, so it will be 2. Okay, so the capacity of carrying the electron of the first shell or the first orbit is 2. Agar if more electrons were there, then they will go to the another shell, but the capacity of the first orbit or the first shell to carry the electron is only 2. One electron can come, two electrons can come, but if it is more than this, then it will go to the another shell, but it not come in the first shell. Okay, now what will be the how many electrons will come in the second orbit? It means we will put the n value 2 here. Okay, like 2 into 2 square. Now 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8. It means that in the second orbit, maximum capacity of that orbit to carry the electron, that is 8. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8 electrons can come, but if it is more than this, then it will go to the another one shell or another one orbit, but not in the second orbit. Okay, so again I'm telling it to you, when we are talking about the first orbit, the number of electron can come 2. Okay, the maximum capacity is 2. Second orbit is 8. Now same when we are talking about the third orbit, it is 2 into 3 square. Okay, so 3 square, it means 3 is a 9, 9 to the 18. It means how many electron can come in the third orbital? Maximum capacity of carrying the third shell or the third orbit is 18. 18 electrons can come, and if the electron is more than this, then it will go to the another one shell. Okay, so by this rule or by this formula, which is called as the 2n square, and is very important formula to know how the electrons are distributed in the various orbit or in the various shell. Okay, so this is a very important formula, that is 2n square rule, where the n is showing the number of orbit or the number of shell. Now let's read what it written in the book. Now here, how are electron distributed in the different orbit or the shell? The distribution of electron into different orbits of an atom was suggested by Bohr and Bury. Okay, so who has given this formula 2n square? That was given by Bohr and Bury. The following rules are followed for writing the number of electron in the different energy levels for the shell. The maximum number of electron present in the shell is given by the formula 2n square, which I told you, the formula 2n square. Who has given that? Bohr and Bury. Okay, and this formula is very important in the chemistry, 2n square, where n it's the orbit or the number of energy level or the shell. If we will keep the value 1 2 3, we are just getting the number of electron is there. Okay, so hence the maximum number of electron in the different shells are as follow. Like in the first orbit, you can see that 2 electrons are there. In the second orbit, you can see that the 8 electron are there. In the third orbit, you can see the 18 electrons were there. Okay, and so on, we can calculate that. Okay, now here the second rule is very important rule. Okay, this is the maximum number of electron that can be accommodated in the outermost orbit is 8. Okay, so if any shell or if any orbit have 8 electrons at least in the outermost shell, this atom should be considered as a stable atom. Okay, so each and every atom want stability. So for achieving this 8 number or the octet, for completing this octet, what the atoms are doing, they are just giving their electrons to the another elements, or they are taking the electrons from them, or sometimes they are also doing the mutual sharing. Okay, so that's why the different kind of bonds are formed between the atoms, and because of that the molecule or the compounds are actually formed. Same third rule, electrons are not accommodated in a given shell unless the inner shell are filled. ठीक है, so definitely whenever you have electrons, whenever any atom have electron, the first orbit filled first, then so on, then second, then third. It's not like that the third orbit filled first and then first orbit. ठीक है, always the electron will go to the first shell first and then second and then third and then fourth. ठीक है. Okay, so for example, if I will tell you that just write the electronic configuration of sodium atom. ठीक है, so electronic configuration, it means the distribution of electron in the various orbitals. ठीक है, in the various orbits actually. ठीक है, like sodium, so as we know that the atomic number of the sodium is 11, it means that sodium has 11 electron and 11 proton. ठीक है, as you know that atomic number is equals to the number of proton, and proton कितने होते हैं, number of equals, proton is also equals to the number of electron. ठीक है, so that means sodium has 11 electrons and 11 protons. Now what we have to do, we have to see that how many electrons are distributed in the various cell. So now let's talk about the first shell. तो first shell में you know that maximum electron can come is 2. ठीक है, now 11 minus 2, it means that 9 electrons are still left. Now where the 9 electron will go, then another shell में 8 electron will come. ठीक है, because the maximum capacity of carrying the second cell is 8 only. ठीक है, now if we will add these two numbers, 8 plus 2, 10. ठीक है, and see how many numbers of electron are there, that is 11. Okay, so what we will do, 11 minus 10, it means 11 minus 10, it means 1 electron is still left. Now where this 1 electron will go, it will go to the another one shell. Okay, so now what will be the electronic configuration of sodium atom, it is 2 8 1. Okay, and so on, you can calculate the atomic electronic configuration of the different atoms. Like if I will say write the electronic configuration of Al, then how could you write it? This is 13 atomic number, you should know. Okay, so now in the first orbital 2 electron will come, in the second it is 8 and then third. ठीक है, तो it means 8 plus 2 10, 10 plus 3 13 electrons are there, and these electrons are distributed like this only. Clear? So hope this concept is clear to you कि how could we calculate the number of electron in the various orbits. ठीक है, same you have to do these two questions today. Write the distribution of electron in the carbon and the sodium atom. Sodium का तो already I told you, carbon का you have to tell me कि how actually it should be done. As I told you, carbon का atomic number is 6. Okay, now second question is that if K and L shell of an atom are full, then what would be the total number of electron in the atom? As you know that K is the first shell, L is the second shell, so it means कि अगर K is full, it means 2 electron is there. L is full, it means 8 electron is there, and if we will add this 2 and 8, it will be 10 electron. ठीक है, तो एटम कौन होगा जिसका एटॉमिक नंबर क्या होगा, 10 होगा. ठीक है, तो ये आपको पता होना चाहिए. ठीक है, चलिए नाउ नेक्स्ट इज द वैलेंसी कॉन्सेप्ट. वैलेंसी इट मीन्स द नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन प्रेजेंट इन द आउटरमोस्ट शेल. ठीक है, उसको ही हम क्या कहते हैं, वैलेंसी कहते हैं. ओके, अगेन आई एम टेलिंग इट टू यू, वैलेंसी मीन्स द इलेक्ट्रॉन प्रेजेंट इन द आउटरमोस्ट शेल ऑफ एन एटम आर नोन एज द वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन. ठीक है, और ये कंबाइनिंग कैपेसिटी ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन जो होती है दैट इज कॉल्ड इट्स वैलेंसी. ठीक है, सो दीज आर द डिफरेंट एटम एंड यू कैन सी द ब्यूटिफुल स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द different atoms here, and it's showing how the electrons are distributed in the various shells of these different atoms. So you will draw the pictures of these atom to your classwork copy today, and what you have to do, you have to write these two questions and you have to make a notes on valency also, that what actually the valency. And this is the table, in that there are so many atoms, name of the elements were given it to you, symbols were given it to you, atomic numbers were given it to you. ठीक है, so as I told you, atomic number means the number of proton, number of electron. So number of proton and electron will be same as the atomic number. Number of neutron means कि you have to क्या करना पड़ेगा, मास नंबर से you need to minus it, तो वो मैं आपको बाद में बताऊंगी. तो what is your work today, what you have to do, you have to learn all these elements, names, symbols and atomic number, and then tell me what is the electronic configuration of these element will be. Okay, so this is your work of today, and then next class में we will discuss about the mass number, atomic number and some numericals, very important numericals related to these topic.